Good. Is it good now? Oh, Katie, that looks good.
So now we need that blue film.
Yep. Probably shouldn't have.
Come with me.
Attention to all these exhibitors. The programs will be printed soon and available within probably the next 20-30 minutes. And also keep an eye on the Facebook page, Student Center FFA Overseas Show. They will also be posting the schedule on there. Thanks. Attention to County 4-Hers. This is our first call for the first class of feeder heifers. First call for the first class of feeder heifers. Testing, testing. For-H feeder calf programs are up here by the announcement stand by the main open arena. If you guys want to come get those, the 4-H programs are ready to go. Attention 4-H exhibitors, second call for the first class of feeder heifers. Please line up on the north end of the show ring. Second call for the first class of feeder heifers. First call for the second class of feeder heifers. First call for the second class of feeder heifers.
Why is there
Okay, we would like to welcome everybody to our 4-H Feeder Calf Show of 2020. And I can see we're all practicing our good social distancing. So, yep, hand sanitizer is here if need be. And there, and washing hands over there. Oh man, we are covered. I bet you we could even find a few masks if we wanted to. I have mine too. So anyway, Blake, come on out here. Our judge for today is Blake Hoffman. He is from the Hinton area, has shown calves for years. They raise Simmies and Angus up by Hinton, Iowa, and have an annual sale. He is in sales So he's a good people person. Let's welcome him to the Sioux County Fair. Testing, testing, testing. Attention 4-H beef exhibitors. Second call for the second class of feeder heifers. Second call for the second class of feeder heifers. First call for the first class of feeder male or steer. First call for the feeder calf male or steer.
Really nice heifer here starting out this 4-H feeder gap show. I love this extension this heifer has out of her front 1/3. She sets down real nice on her hind leg. Definitely could use some more competition out here. We'll bring this next class in and see if I might be changed her. I might just drop her a little bit in that flank, but definitely could stand some more competition out here.
In our first class of feeder heifers, Kaylor Clavenga received the first place purple ribbon. Kaylor, make sure you stay up close so you can come back in for the champion. Into the ring next will be our first year feeder calf heifers, the juniors, and those were all born earlier in 2020. Attention 4-H exhibitors. We will be choosing the champion of the feeder heifers. So please bring your steers to the north end of the show. Second call for the first class of feeder steers and first call for the second class of feeder steers.
A few more headed here in this class. I'm going to go ahead and put these two Hereford marked heifers or Hereford heifers together. You can go ahead and bring that first one out if you'd like there. This heifer, she excels in everywhere that I like one to excel in. She ties high in her front 1/3. You study her in her angle. She's relaxing her shoulders. Her feet hit the ground the way they're supposed to, straight forward. Good set to her front and rear pasterns. Carries that hip out level. Probably one of the greener heifers in the class, but I think there's a lot of future in that calf, and that will be a good calf down the road for that young man. We go on here to the second Hereford calf. She follows more of that first calf than the next two, I think. Where I'd probably like to change her, just soften her up a little bit to her rib, give her a little better twist about her body. She follows that first place calf real good there. She excels over this third place heifer here with she's got a little more set to her front shoulder, a little neater underline for this young man. Go ahead and bring her out. When I read this heifer, I maybe like to lay her back on her front shoulders, just give her a little more set to make a cow out of her. Still a real nice calf there for a young man. When this heifer come out, she hit me pretty hard, but the more I kind of studied her, she's up on her passions just a little bit. Maybe that's nerves or what, but I just like to smoothen that one up an awful lot from the ground up. She's got a lot of performance and power, and I like that about her. I'd like just to smoothen her up a bunch today.
In our second class of feeder calves, the junior heifers, first place with the purple went to Isaiah Smith. Second, and a light purple went to Tegan Smith. Receiving blues, Brody Emmelkamp and McKenna Clevergott. We will now be bringing in the first and second place winners of the Class 2 and the first place winner from Class 1 and choosing our champion and reserve champion feeder heifer.
I was just made aware that the Open Feeder Calf Show program is now on Facebook, and hard copies will be here in about 10 minutes.
Feels good here. I think it's the FFA show. Yes. But the only thing that's listed yet, she said, is for the open show would be the feeder show. Yeah. Yeah. I'd like to see the breeding show. Oh, you're so smart. Okay, so how many? Stay big.
Like I said in class, I thought that black heifer could really stand some more competition as she comes out back out here amongst this Hereford heifer. I think we all can see that. For me, it's going to come down to I'm going to use this Hereford heifer for your champion heifer, and I'm going to use this heifer for your reserve. This Hereford heifer just sits down a little better, a little more correct in her hock than that black heifer. As that black heifer fills out, I think she'll be a really, really good heifer for that young lady, and a couple really nice heifers here to start out this show.
The champion feeder heifer was exhibited by Isaiah Smith. Our reserve, Taylor Clevergott. Now we're going to wait just a few minutes. Kids have to go switch their calves around because they are coming back in, and then we will be starting our feeder, steer, or male show.
Another single entry here for the first class of steers. Real sound, functional, good feeding steer calf here. For the show calf world, we really like to clean them up and a little more eye appealing from the side, but a real sound meat eater kind of calf there for this young lady here.
In our first class of feeder calf male or steers, first place went to McKenna Clevergast. Entering the ring now. Entering the ring now will be our second class of feeder calf steer or male.
sure somebody wants their scissors stuck in their line. That's a little scary, covering the camera. Fourth one, fourth one. Camera's at the front.
Attention, all open beef show exhibitors. There are programs here. We don't have very many at the moment, so please share, but there are more coming. Thanks.
Few more head here in this class, kind of trying a guy here. I'm going to go ahead and start out with this Baldy steer. He's definitely the show calf of this group to that front 1/3. At times I kind of question his shape to his shoulder there, but I think that's just being a calf that's out here fighting the halter a little bit and whatnot. That's a calf with a lot of future there. He carries out through his hooks and pins real well. He sits down on all fours the way they should for a steer there. It was pretty close here with this second place calf. He's wanting to be stretched out a little bit more today and not hold himself together. This is a super safe feeding calf, and I know when my brothers and I were showing calves, we've had a few like this. Kind of a calf you can't go wrong with. But for me today, he just wasn't pretty enough to get ahead of that first place calf that just left here. This third place calf, he follows a lot like this second place leaving here. For me, he's just he's a tick bigger frame. Maybe needs a little more showy today. I know it's real world, we got to have a meat potato calf, and that one right there is exactly that for that young lady. This fourth place calf coming out here, he balances up really, really well for me. Sometimes with them tails, when they get stepped on, it throws their balance off quite a bit, but that calf's a good square, straight top, good calf there. Today he just kind of gets outpowered a little bit there on them first two, and just not quite pretty enough for me. This Hereford calf coming out next. Little flatter muscle made. Good calf for this young man. He just, for me today, he was just kind of lacking some stuff to move up in the class. When we round out the class here with this roan colored steer, for me, just a little bit too framey. He gets around the ring real well for the young man there. Just a little bit framey, and I'd like to make him a little smaller frame there and juice him up muscle-wise.
In our second class of feeders, male or steers, first place went to Danica Post. Second, Isaiah Smith. Receiving blues, Tegan Smith, McKenna Claveringham, Brody Emmelkamp, and Kayla Claveringham. Entering the ring now will be our first place winners and our second place from the class 2, and we will be choosing champion and reserve champion.
Well, as we get these three calves back out here for champion prospect steer, there's some differences in times and kinds and whatnot. That calf out of that first class, big, easy feeding, easy doing type of a calf. The class winner, he's a show steer. That second place that comes out of that class, he follows that one really, really well out of the first class. I'm going to go ahead and use this Baldy here for the champion. I'm going to follow up with this one for a reserve. He just follows me a little bit better there. I think that one, as that one matures, will be a better pass there for that young man than that one. But all over, good job, guys.
Our champion feeder steer was exhibited by Danica Post and our reserve, Isaiah Smith. Thank you. Let's give a round of applause to our judge, Blake Huckling. Thank you for coming down and joining us at Sioux County. And let's give a round of applause to all those kids. This is our future of this show right here.